When you think about something like the ocean, 98% of the species that live in the ocean are actually microbes. And if you were to weigh up all of the animals that live in the ocean, 90% of that biomass is actually microbial cells. My name's Nicole Webster. I'm the Executive Director at the Institute for Marine and Antarctic Studies, called IMAS, at the University of Tasmania. I've always been really passionate about the oceans, and so when I decided that there would be a career path for me in marine science, I took myself up to Townsville to study marine science, and it was in the later stages of that marine science degree that I actually fell in love with microbes. To give you an idea of just how important microbes are in many marine species, over half of the weight of the sponge is actually microbial cells. These microbes cycle nutrients, they produce a whole range of chemicals that actually enable the animal to protect itself. And the other really wonderful thing about microbes is they respond to changing environmental conditions very fast. So we can detect stress in the marine environment very rapidly by focusing in on the microbial communities. A large amount of our research was trying to understand whether a change in the microbial community of an animal could actually enable it to adapt to changing environmental conditions by undertaking new functions that allow the animal to survive. And that research expanded into changed water qualities, understanding how microbes are responding to nutrients in the environment, right through to sediment plumes from dredging activities and other things. By focusing on how the very basis of the marine food web changes as the environment changes, we can have a much better understanding about the holistic health of the marine environment.
So many different connections throughout the ecosystem.
Many people have asked about my career and how I took myself from being a tropical coral reef biologist to working down in Antarctica. When you work on microbes, the environment doesn't really matter. And in fact, many of the stresses that are facing those environments are really the same. Ocean warming, ocean acidification, anthropogenic input into the marine environment. The election into the fellowship was a surprise, and it was really a wonderful acknowledgement of the hard work that went into decades of passionate research. All of my research was really underpinned by an incredible cohort of early and mid-career researchers, students that helped support the science that was ultimately evaluated for my election into the academy. There's so much to love about the ocean. There's the life that lives within it. There's the feeling that you get from just being in the ocean. It's a sense of insignificance, really. The ocean has so much power and it holds so much life that being near the ocean generates a real sense of calmness and connectedness to the planet.